So
That is annoying when you just go call the police.
First need to get here because of the both of you. Let's go ahead and see what you got.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a deep and eye-opening story for you, diving into issues of racism, Karen's crazy actions, and how people sometimes deal with these issues in surprising ways. Now, racism is never the right thing to do, yet this Karen uses it to insult others. Today we explore an extremely disturbing incident that highlights some of the ongoing issues surrounding race conflict and public behavior. This story revolves around a confrontation between a delivery man and a woman in a residential setting, touching on the themes of racial tension, rights, and public behavior. On November 1st, 2023, a scene took place in a residential area in Florida, where a delivery man was trying to complete his job. The role of a delivery worker is important, especially in today's fast-paced world where online shopping has become a necessity for many. These individuals often face challenging circumstances, and their encounters with customers can sometimes become tense. In this case, what began as a routine delivery soon escalated into a heated altercation.
she's out here harassing his lady trying to do her job.
The resident, a white woman, confronted the delivery person in an aggressive manner. Her complaints centered on the accusation that the delivery person was unable to complete their job because of their race. This response was not just about the package, it became a focus for deeper racial and social grievances.
You know what you was doing. You was harassing that woman in between those doors. You can't deliver her package.
You black people can't.
That's your thing. That's your thing because we black. Because where you going live on video. You'll be on YouTube, Karen.
Her comments included a disturbing assertion that black people should be grateful to be in America, a sentiment that many found offensive. She criticized black people, suggesting that they had no right to harass or feel threatened by white people's reactions to them.
You'll be on YouTube, Karen. You will be on YouTube, Karen, for the way that you act. You should have just went on and walked your dog and got out of her way. She could not give you that package.
You should be thankful for
That package do not belong to you. What do you mean by thankful?
thankful to be in our country.
You right. What's your name?
You have a car to drive. You're not living in a dust bowl in Africa.
So you're entitled to be in America and I'm not. Well, why was you threatening her? Go ahead on. Well, you need to go back where you're from then. If you can't stay in Arkansas.
That's right, because you guys have taken over like tribes. A black woman told me Bill Clinton screwed a black woman and decided they were human. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of.
I'm glad you think that way.
Bill Clinton decided to fuck some woman.
I'm glad you decided to think that way.
She also referenced an absurd story about Bill Clinton and a black woman to criticize and belittle others. When she saw the delivery man approaching the building, Karen immediately called the police. The video then cuts to the police arriving to resolve the situation.
We got you, baby.
Black girl. I don't care.
We got you, baby. Go. You cannot help her. She explained it to you that she could not give you them folks' packages.
I couldn't let her in. I was telling her don't stick in the building behind me while I had the door open.
Okay, just go ahead on in.
Please.
Just go ahead. Call them.
You want to put it on YouTube?
Call them.
Call the police.
You gonna be on YouTube. Go call your police.
Care.
Go call them.
I don't care.
Go
You
call
should
them.
Call the police.
No, you call them.
You're on
You felt threatened. You should have called them yourself.
Our little tribal path.
All right. You remember that.
Problems. You're lucky you're not in a dust bowl in Africa.
You remember that when they put your ass out this building.
The police action against Karen frustrated Karen and quickly became a laughing stock, with Karen accusing the delivery man despite no clear evidence of a crime.
You do not have my permission to film me, and you do not have my permission to. This is private.
It is his constitutional right to, it is his constitutional right to
I
do
belong here. I
If
pay
you
my
do
rent.
not like it, you can go into your room or leave.
Oh, well, let's go in.
Karen was so angry that she criticized the delivery man for filming her without permission, but was embarrassed when the police told her that the delivery man had every right to film her since it was a public place. The police also told her to either leave or they would arrest her for harassment. This made Karen leave in anger. In Florida statutes, section 877.03 defines public disorderly conduct as conduct such as shouting, arguing, or engaging in disorderly conduct that disrupts or endangers the public peace. This specific conduct includes making noise, arguing, or engaging in disorderly conduct that is likely to disrupt the public peace and is confrontational or aggressive toward another person in a public situation. Karen's actions of cursing and disparaging black people in a public place violated this provision of the law. 1. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 2. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 3. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 4. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 5. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 6. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 7. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 8. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 9. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 10. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 11. Public disorderly conduct is generally considered a second-degree misdemeanor. 12. Public disorderly conduct is generally con Second-degree misdemeanors are punishable by up to 60 days in jail and/or a fine of up to $500. In this second video, the scene is set in a crowded Chick-fil-A restaurant, a place known for its family-friendly atmosphere and welcoming environment. However, on this particular day, the fun atmosphere was interrupted by a fight that caused a lot of controversy. According to reports, on July 23rd, 2023, a father and his children were dining at the restaurant Chick-fil-A in California. The children, as children do, were playing and having fun. The noise, although typical of young children, seemed to have become a point of contention for another diner, a white woman who is often referred to as Karen in such situations. This woman, later referred to as Mrs. Karen, objected to the noise. She even claimed that the children were creating noise pollution, a term that seemed exaggerated given the crowded restaurant setting. Her complaint escalated to the point where she threatened to call the police, claiming that the children's behavior constituted a criminal offense. It was ironic that at other tables the children were also making noise, but Karen singled out this family. It was understandable that the other tables were all white families and the man's family was black. This was clearly racist on Karen's part. The father, understandably angry at the accusations, responded with righteous indignation. He argued that his children were just children and that the complaint was unreasonable. His frustration was evident as he pointed out the absurdity of calling the police for what he considered normal childish behavior.
If it is noise pollution, she's gonna call the police. You sound dumb. Thank you, sir. You didn't ask enough. Thank you, sir.
The situation took a different turn when Karen, instead of apologizing to the family she had offended, chose to apologize to another table. This insincere action highlighted her disregard for the impact her actions had on the family directly involved. The idea of calling the police over noisy children in a restaurant seemed excessive and dangerous. It highlighted a worrying trend of individuals using the threat of legal action to exert control in situations where a more reasonable solution could be found. This incident involved more than just a noisy restaurant visit. It touches on deeper social issues. The confrontation exposed the ways in which children of color are often held to different standards than white children. In California Penal Code 415 defines public disorderly conduct as conduct such as shouting, arguing, or engaging in disorderly conduct that disrupts or endangers the public peace. Specific conduct includes making noise, arguing, or engaging in disorderly conduct that is likely to disrupt the public peace and is confrontational or aggressive toward others in a public setting. Karen's actions in public for allegedly making noise with her black children violated this section of the law. If convicted of public verbal disorderly conduct, an individual may be subject to criminal penalties with varying sentences depending on the nature and severity of the conduct. Penalties for this offense include up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. All right, this case was wild, but still not the worst one. Just wait until you see this next one. It was an ordinary day in July 2021 when Jacqueline Switzer and her mother decided to visit the Ulta beauty store in Bethlehem, Georgia. They had come to shop and enjoy a simple outing. Little did they know that their visit would turn into an extraordinary story of confrontation and legal trouble. Upon entering the store, they found themselves waiting in line at the checkout counter. The line was long, and while Jacqueline's mother was occupied scrolling through her phone, Jacqueline took the opportunity to browse through the drugstore section adjacent to the register. The process seemed typical until they encountered Wendy Graderson, who would become the center of this unfolding drama.
I'm sorry, what was your name? What was your name?
My name is Jake.
Okay, somebody's looking for Wendy Gregerson, so I have no idea what that is.
For what?
Are you talking to me? No? Okay.
Wendy was already in the store and was dealing with an issue related to an online order. She was waiting for the manager to resolve a problem with a NARS concealer purchase. It was clear that Wendy was frustrated, but the source of her ire was not immediately apparent to Jacqueline and her mother.
Concerning your relationship here over as a customer. Anything else you have?
What are you talking about,
I
lady?
have no idea. You're talking, you know my name?
As the line progressed, Jacqueline and her mother reached the front where Wendy's behavior began to escalate. What started as a silent tension quickly transformed into an open confrontation. Wendy, who was clearly agitated, started hurling insults and accusations at Jacqueline and her mother, despite the fact that they had not interacted with her directly, nor had they cut in line.
We don't know what you're doing.
I have
Can
never
you
met
need
you
to pull
before.
over. We don't know what this is, and she's just talking to us like we're crazy. I mean, this is
Oh, really? I'm
ridiculous.
sorry. You were hearing your own voices. I'm sorry. Did you see anything? Okay, I'll
You
make
were
sure to
talking
call.
to us while we were over there.
I wasn't talking to anybody.
She's got issues.
Wow. I have issues?
You do.
Your tag, honey.
As Jacqueline and her mother approached the register, Wendy began to focus her anger on them, The situation took a dramatic turn when Wendy started using harsh language, calling them effing idiots and accusing them of ridiculous behavior.
You see what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous. Hey, so there's a child next to you. I would like for you to back up, please. Thank you.
Now we're calling Barrow. Excuse me, let me go to Walgreens.
You're getting recorded. Just want to let you know. So please. So
is your black friend.
okay, it's fine.
It was an intense and confusing moment for Jacqueline and her mother, who were baffled by Wendy's hostility. Wendy's behavior was erratic, and it was evident she was agitated beyond the norm. But she started to turn her body towards Jacqueline and her mother, which seemed to signal a deeper frustration. The situation worsened when Wendy began to directly address them, making it clear that she believed Jacqueline and her mother were somehow involved in her issues with the store.
Your mouth. And you are very racist. So please stop. Please stop.
Racist.
Please stop.
How do you describe the physical description? Should I go ahead and call the county sheriff?
Okay,
Absolutely.
you have some problems. You need to stop.
Okay.
Please step away from me. Please.
I'm waiting on the manager.
Okay, you can wait on the manager over there.
No, actually, I can't. You're recording me.
Yes,
and you clearly
I
said
need
that.
you to step away from me.
I'm a paying customer. I'm sorry, you're not. I have no idea what ho means or whore means.
What?
Oh, it must be. That's okay. You're already on the phone with law enforcement. The manager of Ulta is calling law enforcement over here concerning the two of you, and you will not be leaving this store to get here.
Oh my God.
I understand what you're doing. Thank you for doing that concerning these two customers that are basically psycho stalking my neighborhood.
Jacqueline, sensing the escalating tension, decided to start recording the encounter. It was at this point that Wendy's true colors began to show, not only in her verbal aggression, but also in her unfounded claims and bizarre accusations. She accused Jacqueline and her mother of stalking her and making racist comments, despite no evidence to support these claims. The recording captured Wendy shouting about being harassed, and she even referred to Jacqueline's mother as her black friend, a statement that seemed nonsensical and unfounded. Wendy's behavior continued to spiral as she confronted other customers who attempted to mediate the situation. Her aggressive stance was met with confusion and discomfort from bystanders who were bewildered by her outbursts. Wendy's actions began to draw the attention of store employees and other customers, turning what was initially a personal confrontation into a public spectacle. Jacqueline and her mother attempted to de-escalate the situation, but Wendy was relentless. She accused them of being part of a conspiracy and even threatened to involve law enforcement, further adding to the chaos.
This isn't happening. This isn't happening. Can we stop? Can you like just stop? I don't know what's going on. Can you please stop? This has been going for 9 minutes. Are you done? Are you done? Please stop.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
What's happening?
You're talking to me.
What is happening? Do not come to me. Please step away from me. Please step away from me. Please step away from me.
I'm minding my own.
I need you to back up. Because if you
Where?
get
What is your problem?
I'm
You're
gonna need you to
psycho
back-
stalking me?
No one is stalking you, ma'am. No one is stalking you. Dial 911 and remove her.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm waiting for law enforcement to get here because of the both of you. Let's go ahead and see what you got concerning your own situation of community, concerning stalking civilians that come in here to do what? Both of you are f***ing crazy. Don't sit there and call me racist or whatever that you think that you're going on with your little cell phone. I don't want to hear shit. You're talking about the tag off my car and everybody else psycho? Wow.
has talked about your tag, lady. I don't even know what
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
don't.
You need to talk to someone about it.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and go social media.
this is getting ridiculous
You clearly
as
said
we
that you're
came
putting
here.
that on social media right now.
The situation reached a critical point when Jacqueline decided to call 911.
Call them, sweetie.
Air County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Hey, I'm at Ulta, and this woman is being harassing me. My color and everything called me black in the store. She's being ridiculous right now. And I feel
Ulta
threatened.
Beauty?
Yes, and I feel threatened.
Is she a customer or is she an employee?
No, a customer.
Okay, are you a customer as well?
Yes. Calling people black and everything. Yes, I'm black and everything, and we don't even work anything.
I'm just getting everything in the computer. What is your name, ma'am?
Name is.
I'm sorry, what?
The manager's here.
Okay, what is your name?
And I covered her. So. You can hear whatever, lady. I don't have no idea who this lady is or anything. But you're acting ridiculous. We can. This is our thing.
Ma'am.
What are you? We're not saying anything to you, lady. We don't work here. Hello. I'm on the phone with them. This is what's going on at the Okay.
Okay. And where are you inside the store?
Who am I showing any personal information? What is he talking about? What did you need, sweetie?
Where in the store are you? Where do you want the officers? Where do they need to come to?
At the front. Okay,
and the other lady, is she there still?
Yes.
When the deputies arrived, they found themselves dealing with a highly agitated Wendy, who is now accusing Jacqueline and her mother of various offenses. The deputies attempted to get Wendy's side of the story, but she was uncooperative and continued to be belligerent. The situation deteriorated to the point where one deputy had to leave because he could not handle Wendy's hostility. A second deputy was called in to handle the situation, but Wendy's behavior remained problematic. In the end, Wendy was arrested and charged with misdemeanor obstruction. Her erratic and threatening behavior had crossed the line, and the police had no choice but to take her into custody. According to Article 161024 of the Georgia Penal Code, misdemeanor obstruction is defined as obstructing a law enforcement officer while they are performing their duties. This can include obstructing by words, actions, or other conduct that makes the law enforcement officer's job more difficult. Her uncooperative behavior and repeated verbal abuse of the officers put her in violation of this law. Misdemeanor obstruction is often punished as a misdemeanor. Depending on the severity of the offense and the factors involved, penalties can include up to 12 months in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. What a fitting punishment for Karen. If you have any stories or experiences about neighborhood conflict and how it was resolved, we would love to hear from you. Share your story and join the conversation. Remember to like and subscribe to be one of the first to receive news.